We're talking about Angola today, so hang tight. There we go. Okay, so we've got everyone on board right now. So welcome. Thank you for coming up. Thank you for showing up. Um, and I promised you this week I would have Angola researched, and I do. So I'll get to that in just a minute. The one thing about Angola is they were in civil war from 1975 until 2002. And even now, 20 years later, I mean, I had to question, is it safe to go to Angola or not? But I'm seeing no warnings or anything like that on the country. So I'm going, but I didn't know how long they had been out of war. Because, like, when we went through Sierra Leone, they'd only been out of their civil war for about 10 years, and you could tell, you could still feel it. Angola's been out for 20 plus years, so I think they're doing fine. Like Namibia below it, I think there's a lot of empty space in Angola. I didn't quite research that, but they're bumping up against the same desert, the same terrain. So I think it's one of those slightly sparse countries, and yet it is gorgeous. Wait till you see some of the stuff I'm going to show you. It is absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, for the longest time, it was like, is Angola safe? And the thing is, once something has been labeled dangerous for whatever reason, whether it's a terrorist attack or a civil war or something else, that label stays forever, whether people earn that label or not. By the way, I'm going to remember to actually turn my chat thing on here. If you're listening, let me know where you're looking from. Just like what city, state you live in, what country. That would be really awesome. Being silly here. No, but when something gets a label of, oh, something bad happened there, I mean, it can be 10, 12 years later, and then you're sitting there thinking, 15 years later, and you're like, is it safe to go there? And you find out the event, the one-time event, was like 10 or 15 years ago, and it's like, yeah, it's safe to go there. Things happen all the time, and one will stick out in the news, and it just sticks in your brain. So I was happy to find out Angola was safe. That's one of the things that made this trip possible, was whether I was going to be able to go through Angola or have to fly over it. Um, so we'll do Angola in just a minute. A couple other things. I told you last week that I started on TikTok. I didn't think I was going to do that well on TikTok, and I'm doing pretty decent. Not amazing, not tens of. Well, okay, I have one video that has 31,000 views. Everything else is either. I have a few that just didn't cap 500 or 1,000, and then I have a number though that have landed between 1 and 4,000. So for a start, that's not bad. The thing is, since I started TikTok when I was here in Ghana, it's got me labeled as Ghana, and I am picking up mostly Ghanaian fan base, which is great and fine. And I just hope they'll stay with me after I leave Ghana. Some travel bloggers and vloggers will tell you that you'll pick up all these people while you're in their country, and then once you leave the country, they don't care anymore and they drop off. So I'm hoping everyone will stay with me. So that they can discover more about the places they haven't gotten to in Africa either. If they haven't gotten there, maybe they have. But they seem to be enjoying my content about their country. Even though they're meant as travel tips for travelers, people here are enjoying them. So that's a really nice thing. And it's also encouraging because I'm not making headway on Instagram. And I'm doing, right now I've got it set up, I've worked enough ahead that for about a month and a half, I'm going to have a post every day. So there's plenty of content going up. It's not one of those things where I'm just putting up once every couple of weeks and bemoaning the problem. But yeah, Instagram doesn't seem to dig me. I get up to maybe around, my best ones are getting around 160 views, and that's it. The last one I put up got like 25, and it's like, why does that one only get that much? I see similar content uh, getting more, and so I don't know. I honestly don't know. Um, but I am happy to report the good stuff on TikTok. I'm very happy to report good start on TikTok. And if you're wondering, YouTube falls somewhere in between. Um, YouTube has been they have a thing called the Shorts shelf on YouTube. And so once your video hits the Shorts shelf, they push it out to a bunch of people and see how people respond. And then if they respond well, they push it out to more and more, et cetera, et cetera. And usually lately I've been getting up in the 500 range views, which is not amazing, but it's better than shorts. I've been in shorts since the beginning. Okay, that's the one thing. I started YouTube just before they started doing shorts. And one of the first big pushes was that it was getting a bunch of subscribers. And I like found all my old pictures and all my old footage, and I made it like 90 days worth of shorts. And I put them out, and I got my first few hundred subscribers. That was great. But then we found out that they weren't connecting the short subscribers with the uh, longer videos. There was no bridge to get the people who watched your shorts over to watch your long stuff. And then there was a weird point in between where I'd sometimes post one, and it like got showed to no one, not even like 20 people. And it wasn't a bad reaction. The numbers, the stats on it, and all that would say it was doing okay, but then it would just never get shown anymore. Nowadays, I think that's fixed. I haven't hit that problem significantly. But like the one I put up a couple days ago is, hey, Lewis Art Redmond. Thanks for saying hi. Um, but uh, so now I'm getting up in around 500 views or something, but I just want to get stuff out there. I knew what you meant. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um, but I just want to put the stuff out there because some of it's clips from my longer videos, so you can get a sense of what some of my longer videos do. But put mosquito repellent on, but I think I have a mosquito under this desk. Um, so that's where all my other stuff stands. And I went into town this week, but it was like a nice visit, but nothing eventful, nothing to tell you. I'll mention the mosquitoes though. Something to know about mosquitoes. They love to be under desks and tables, and I only tell you that because if you say, "Oh, we're just going down for a bite to eat," I don't need mosquito repellent. We're not going to be down there that long. They love to be under tables. So if you're wearing shorts, always put on mosquito repellent. If you're late afternoon, like 4 o'clock, because they might be under the table you want to sit at. Uh, that's my travel tip for the day. And the other thing I'm working on is those interactive guides I told you about on Thatch. There should be a link in the description. It's not quite finished yet, but I'm doing one on northern Ghana. Now, I did one on Accra and Cape Coast, and it's full itinerary here. This is how you should set up your 10 days. Um, If you had me staring off screen or something for a minute, it's because power just went out here. I am now running this through my phone. To Angola, I have the screen up, so let's see if I can get this to work. Even with the power out, the thing that's beeping is my backup power that doesn't actually work properly, and it's telling me that the power is out. Um, we're just going to go ahead because it'll shut off in just a minute. Okay, so let's look at Angola. Okay, um, so Angola, let me show you this awesome view. Let me see, can I do it this way? No, I gotta share one first. Okay. We're gonna share screen, and I think this is the one. Yeah, that's the picture I want to show you. This is Kalandula Falls. Okay. And oh, by the way, they speak Portuguese. It's the only Portuguese that was a Portuguese colony in Africa. Oh, now the power's back. Okay. Okay. Power's back. Am I still on? It's, of course, now it's running through the wrong system, but as long as it's up, okay. As long as it's up, we're good. Okay. So Kalandula Falls looks absolutely fantastic. It's this multi-tier falls, and they say it's like some of the highest volume in the world. It's not like a Victoria Falls, but it's up there. It's really up there. And so that's obviously going to be on the absolute to-do list for Angola. And then this other thing, okay, let me get this here. This one has to be done. This is Bahia. I don't know the pronunciation on Portuguese, so I might mutilate. I'm using my Spanish to pronounce my Portuguese, which is probably very wrong, but I know there's a relationship. One of the things is I know a little Spanish and I'm learning French, and so you put those two together and I can kind of understand Portuguese. But Bahia dos Tigres, I think Bahia is beach, and this is like an old church. Are you seeing? Yeah, and it's on this beach. But the thing is you have to go at low tide. You might have to camp, on the beach, across the street kind of thing. You might have to camp until it becomes low tide, or go during the new moon or something like that to be able to see this thing. So if I can get to this place, I want to get to this place. I'm obviously going to need a little help on that one. And then the next place I want to share with you, I'm going to share this one. And this is Black Rocks. And it's just a cool rock formation kind of place. Let me see what you're seeing. I want to see what you're seeing. Okay, good. Okay. So yeah, this is Black Rocks. Let me see if I can run through a few of the pictures for you on that one. Oh, that's not going to show up very well. Oh, there's a big old centipede. I don't think it's on your screen though. There's a millipede there. Okay. Sometimes some of these pictures are good. And sometimes people post pictures and they don't even bother to straighten the horizon or do a half a minute of editing, just to spruce up colors and that kind of thing. And it's disappointing. I know you can't see the center of the screen, so I'm only stopping on things that have a cool center of screen. That one's not bad. But Black Rocks looks like a cool place to go. The thing is, I know some people really like mountain landscapes, and I'm not dissing anyone who enjoys a good mountain landscape. But in some ways, I've always thought, am I strange? Because I just don't get excited over mountain landscapes. Mountains with green trees and the kind that sometimes may get snow in the winter, or even if they don't get snow, but the green ones, the very typical ones. And I've occasionally wondered if I'm just weird for not getting excited over those landscapes. But then I'm looking at the pictures in Angola, and I'm looking at places that are a little deserty, a little savanna, a little rocky, interesting rock formations, interesting colors in the rocks. And then I start to get excited. And one of the things I always loved is, I'm sure you've seen the pictures of it in Namibia, is that spot. It's I don't know what the proper term. It's like it was almost a crater lake or something along those lines. But it was a forest, and there's these dead. I had lost you for a second. But it's so dry there that these trees have never deteriorated. They've been dead for centuries, I think, and if not centuries, at least decades, but hundreds of years. And but they're still preserved because the environment's so dry. That landscape has always fascinated me, and that's why I've always had dreams of Namibia, of going to Namibia. So that's why it's sort of an apt endpoint for Africa Tour 2025. And the answer is yes. If you're wondering, if you haven't been with me, yes, I'm going from Ghana to Namibia overland, and then the next year, what I'm thinking is that's going to take most of the year, and then the next year, probably in January again, if things go according to plan, I will start Africa Tour 2026, which will be around the southern region and up the eastern side. So that's the plan. That's the big plan. Of course, nothing's ever going to go to plan, so I don't plan too hard. If things go really smoothly, I could end up in Namibia far earlier than I expect, and Africa Tour 2026 may start a couple months earlier than that. Um, but let's see, what's my next thing I want to show you? Okay. Fortaleza de São Miguel. Um, I think this one, I'm going to show you the picture in just a second, so hang with me. Um, oh, it's a historical site on top of a hill, so this is the view from the hill. That's the picture I'm going to be showing you. Let's see if I can, oops, that did not do, oh, I guess that'll work. Okay. Okay, it did things a little differently for me. Um, are you seeing what I think you're seeing? No, you're not seeing what I think you're seeing. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I was trying a different way and it didn't work. So we're going to share again. Oh, I see, I see. Okay. So here's the view from the spot up on the hill. And you can't see it, but off to the side, there's a really cool building. Um, it almost looks like, it almost looks a little like the Pentagon, but more star-shaped. Um, let's see if I can, here we go. And we got some statues going on. I didn't actually look through all these pictures. I usually do. I just missed on this one. That looks like a fortress. That's got a fortress vibe going on. Just some canopies that looks like you can sit under and relax, I think. I don't think there's any more to that. More fortress. Ooh, there's a fortress. We got a cannon there. So yeah, we're protecting things. Yeah, I didn't look inside. I can't quite tell what's going on here, other than it's just an interior. Oh, there's another aspect of the thing. And obviously just some not construction. Come on, people, edit your photos better. Oh, there we go. I want to call those howitzers. And that's only because that's from watching MASH when I was a kid and all through. Big chunk of my life. I know. And oh, look at that. There's a whole bay going on there. How much of that are you getting? Yeah, see, there's like a whole harbor. Harbor and bay, what's the difference? Is the bay the geographical and the harbor is what the people built? Is that what the difference is? If you know the difference between a bay and a harbor, let me know. We got some statues. So this is obviously going to be an interesting place to go. Oh, right down the barrel of the cannon. Someone put pictures of himself all over this TripAdvisor site. I'm using TripAdvisor for this. Okay. Some interesting carvings. Wow. I do use TripAdvisor, not I don't actually book through them, and I don't have anything against them. I just, you know me, I'm not a tour person, so I don't generally book things like that. Um, this, wow, look at that, look at that. Okay, what's the city this is in? I forget the name of it. It is Luanda. Okay, I had that in my brain, but I wasn't sure. So this is Luanda. If you ever wonder if Africa is a bunch of jungles and huts and running from animals, no. Africa is as modern as anywhere. Not all of it. It does still have a lot of traditional life too. There's a lot of tradition going on, but there's a lot of modern living going on too. So that is Luanda. Yeah. Wow, a lot of pictures. Okay, so that is from the site up top of the hill, and next one is Miraduro de Lua. This is more of a canyon. It's a geographical formation. It's a big canyon, but there's a lot of greenery, as you can see. Um, it's a little hard to see. I know right now you're just seeing greenery. You're not seeing there's some cool red rock stuff going on. It looks a little Grand Canyony, but it's not, obviously it's not as deep, and it's got a lot more greenery in it. Oh man, I know you're not getting the coolest part of this. Um, there, you're just getting, there we go. There's a little bit that you can see better. Yeah. See, some of the rock formations are like that, so it's getting really cool. It's getting really cool. And let's see. Okay. And. So that is, as I say, that is Miradoro de Lua. And that's mentioned, it's in or near Luanda. Luanda is the capital, if you didn't glean that. Luanda is the capital. And next is Serra de Leba. And as I say, I'm using my Spanish pronunciation on these Portuguese things. If I'm dramatically wrong, I apologize. So, let's see. Okay. You should have, yeah. You can only see the edge of it on your screen. But it's this road up this mountain, but it's all switchbacks all the way up. You know that windiest road they talk about in San Francisco? This is like the big mountain-sized version of that. I'll see if I can get a better look on it. Nope. That's not going to come on your screen. Oh, hey, look, you might be able to see it there. I think you can see it on that picture. Yeah, there you go. Those are all switchbacks on that road. And it is said to just be gorgeous. And I think they have some spots you can pull over and take pictures and get really nice views. So that looks like a really cool drive. Obviously, I'm going to have to hire a driver for that one. But that's not a problem. I am happy to hire drivers. Private drivers are actually usually pretty good. If you get a good one, they will also be a good guide. You know, you don't necessarily have to do a driver and a guide. I find it better when you can just find a driver that's a good guide. Some places I've been, you can't. They just work in teams, and that's all you can do. But most places, if you find a good driver, they'll also be a good guide. This one is, I'm not sure on the pronunciation, but it's I-L-H-A. I'm going to say it's Isla, like island. Isla do Musolo. 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 My cleaning person is here. She had classes till noon today, so she didn't get here till late. And that is completely fine, but she's going to be mopping around me. And right now, your picture is not making this place look very impressive. It's beach stuff. They obviously have like kite school, but it's like you're bolted into the kite, so I don't know if it's kite surfing or what it is. Okay, there we go. You get the resort feel there. Yeah, you can see it's a resort feel. It's a fancy beach. I think it's an island, and you might have to take a boat over, but even if you don't, it's a fancy beach. And the fancy beaches are nice. Actually, I think Africa does beaches better than we do in Los Angeles because you can be right down near the water and there's music and there's drinks and there's food and there's these covered, some of them have full on covered tables, some of them are just the chairs, but they're fully accommodated, they're fully comfortable. They're not, I lived in LA and our beaches like had nothing. They were stark. The area down by the water was really didn't have much going on. And I know it might be partly the way the water, how far the water comes up and this, that, and the other thing. But, you know, just you can go to the beaches here and just have a nice afternoon. And as I say, you have everything you need. Our beaches, it was always you got to bring everything with you. You gotta bring your towel and your this and your that, and you got a whole bag full of stuff, and they kind of already have it all there. Other than they don't usually, I don't think they usually do kids toys, but other than that, they got everything there. You can go and you can just say, hey, let's go to the beach, and then suddenly you have a nice afternoon at the beach, and as I say, you've got shade. You don't have to carry your umbrella. They got better beaches than we do. They do better on beaches than we do. And I've been to a lot of LA beaches, and there's just beach. There's just sand, and it's like you got to go a long way to get a drink or something. So the next one I'm going to show you is another geologic. See, that's the thing. Is Angola, being a very deserty kind of place, has a lot of interesting formations and that sort of thing. There's a lot of interesting rocks and formations, and you know, there's that road. See, this is a lookout point, and then you got the road. So cool. A gorge. There's a big old gorge. I know you're not seeing the gorge part of it. I don't think. Oh, you're seeing a little bit of it. The right edge there is you're seeing half the gorge. um, a little more of that different angle on that gorge, a little lake. So this is all in one spot. This is what I'm showing you right now is all connected to Tundavala. Tundavala. Um, so that's so it looks like that's the going up to it, and you might see that a little bit of that rock formation. So yeah, Tundavala looks like a place that I need to go to. I like places like this. I like cool formations like this. Okay, so what's next? Oh, I have a little more on Kalandula Falls. Let me. That first picture I showed you of Kalandula Falls, though, was awesome. So I don't know if we're going to beat that. Oh, but look at that. That's like from the rocks above. This one, I believe, I was looking at a lot of things, but I believe this one, you can see it from top and bottom. And it's like, they say average person 2 hours, knowing that I'm slow, that probably means 3 hours, but it sounds like something I can just take my time on, getting from top to bottom. So, just plan the day that I'll be hiking around the waterfalls. But this is Kalandula Falls. This is a must see. You just got to go do this. Got to go do this. Is this one anywhere near Luanda? Nope, it's in Kalandula. I haven't matched up the places with a map yet. I did not do that part of my research because I don't usually share the map with you. Say, oh, this is this far over here. Okay, put my feet up. She's mopping under my feet because I'm in the way. But this is obviously a must do. This is a must do. I'll go back to that last one. That was a pretty cool shot. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that. See if you're seeing what I'm seeing. See, look at that. How can I not do that? That's a must do. Whatever it takes to get there, that's a must do. And oh, hmm. Oh, okay. It's just got a little lag on it. I was looking at the stream on Instagram. And let's see. Fadila, do you want to say hi to my audience? You want to say hi to my audience? Yeah? Okay, hang on. Okay, everyone, I'm going to have you say hi to Fadila. Wave, say hi.
Hi.
She comes and keeps me organized and clean every week. And she's going to nursing school and she's acing it and she's going to be awesome. And school's going good?
Yay.
Okay. But so yeah, that's Fadila, and she takes good care of me. Um, so yeah, if you stuck with me through the power outage, that's one thing about my live streams. Sometimes the internet goes out for a minute or two. Sometimes the power goes out for a minute or two, and it comes back on. So if you ever see me blip out, please be patient and stick with me because if it goes much more than 2 or 3 minutes, I understand. You can take off. I understand if you take off, but a lot of times it does come back just that quick, just a minute or two. And like this time I was able to get it moved over to my phone as a hotspot. Um, so yeah, so I appreciate anyone who stayed with me, anyone who stuck it out. Oh, I usually have a light on. That light, I guess maybe when the power went out. It's too bright. It's also the wrong color. That's why I do that. And they make me look like a ghost, and so I put a warm light on over here so that I don't look so ghostly. Oh, my pet. Okay, this is a sign. The goodbye, and I'm going to wait for it to reconnect here. We're going to wait for it to reconnect. Okay, my connection's obviously getting dicey, so I'm going to say thank you. We'll see you next week. And the next country up is the last country on my list is Namibia. I'm going to try. So catch up with me next week. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you showing up, and I'll see you next time. And I got to go do this one first. And then, oh, I forgot. Well, we're going to sign off to this one.